Okay, good afternoon and welcome to equity-alerts.com, our midday training session for Friday, September 14th, 2018. We are going to spend the next hour here going over the Medved Trader platform with the Clear Lines indicator. We're here to answer your questions on how to set up the platform and make adjustments and how to use it, and whatever questions you have, this hour is for you. So just remember, you can ask away. In the background, you should have Lindsay and Jim and others still posting some alerts out, so keep an eye for those messages going through. Lindsay will answer any questions you might have related to any trades that are going on. But for as far as just focusing on the platform, that's what I'm here to do for the next hour. So I see Yefim. Yes, that's me. I see that you're here. I know Yefim had some questions. And Yefim, just feel free to ask me any specific questions you have. The layout that I have up right now is our swing position trade layout. So the upper right corner window is the long-term monthly chart. And let me stress that those of you that are using the Medved Trader platform, I have pre-built two layouts that is loaded in their library, one for active trading and one for swing position trading. It's these two layouts that will load up on your computer. When you subscribe, you'll have access to them. Hold on, let me remove the fib levels. There we go. So the upper right window is the long-term monthly chart. Now, if I want to expand that view, I just click where it says maximize to open a full view. This would have been the same as your long-term trend chart that you had on your WiseTrade software. Obviously, we have an extremely strong trend. It's been trending up for several months now. We actually got an indicator of a uptrend a couple months back. That would have appeared at the end of that interval. So we had an uptrend back in back in 2016, April 2016. We got an up indicator that stayed green until May of 2017, where we got a sell indicator or a downtrend indicator. We had a couple mixed signals, and then we got another uptrend indicator that picked it up back in June, and it's been green ever since. And that's on the monthly chart. So I can move that back down by clicking the center box to put it back into my screen. Go to our next interval, which is the weekly or midterm trend. And again, look at this. Back in May, we got a trend reversal indicator. Right at the end of April, beginning of May, and that has continued to give green up arrows ever since. So had you seen that indicator back around $11 or $12 and you kept following it, there was no indication to get out of this position trade. You would be almost in a triple now. Actually, you'd be in a triple. And then here's our short-term daily chart. And again, big uptrend here. If I want to see further back in time, I can just click main, and I can change the number of periods. If I want 100 periods, that would be 100 days. If I want to see 200 days, I can go to 200 bars. So I can see 200 periods of history. I can also put my mouse on the left edge of this scroll bar, this is how you scroll back in time, and you can see, I mean, the history goes way back. But I can also grab the left edge, hold my mouse button down while I'm holding it, and I can adjust the number of bars. And at the top of your window, it'll tell you how many bars. Like right now it says AMD 78 bars, 108, 333. I can adjust however many bars I want to visually see. Or I can always go back to main and then pre-select one of the bars, preset 100 or 50. I set everything at 50 because that was kind of standard to WiseTrade. Everybody was used to 50 intervals, 51 intervals technically. And then I have a 130 minute because that divides the day into 3 equal thirds. I know a lot of people like to use the 130, 60, 30, 10, and a 2 minute. So this is the swing active layout, okay? There was a question, how do I set my default trade to market always? So when you click on market, it should remain on market the rest of the day. There is a setting under, and actually I think they're going to be coming out with an update because there was a glitch. You notice mine doesn't have the auto button any longer. That's gone. They took it out because I told them the auto didn't make sense. So the Medved guys were very helpful there. If you go to settings though, you should have a setting under your account. And then hold on. Order default type, market. Order default type, market. So each account, if you have multiple accounts, you set that to market, and it should default to that order type. Again, that's under settings, so you can click on the dashboard, settings, go down to order, and for each account that you have, make sure you highlight each account. Go to order settings and then select market. Yefim says, where can I see the price and the date of the charts? Okay, so the price, and let me expand one of the charts. Let me expand the 10 minute. So there's a couple places. First of all, at the top of the chart, you'll see the last price, 32.18, the bars, 50, 10-minute interval, and then you'll see the bid and ask. So that's one place. If I put my mouse over each interval, you'll see a pop-up in the upper left corner right here. It's going to give you the open, high, low, close, and the volume for whatever time frame you're on, each 10-minute interval. And then you'll see I have a pop-up on the chart, that little white box where my mouse is at. It has the price data, last, bid, ask, high, low, change, percentage, and volume. I have requested from the Medved guys to make a quote window that is permanent on the charts that would be similar to this window right here. So it would be a second window like below it that would have the quote data that would be permanently attached on the chart. So that is something they're going to, I believe, add soon. The dates on the charts, if you're looking for specific days, are going to be on the bottom of the chart. So if I go to a short-term daily chart, see at the bottom of each chart, there's a date, right? 9/4. Also, as I scroll across, you'll see in this window, it'll give the date of whatever time frame I'm on. So I know this is very different than what you're accustomed to with WiseTrade, but this is traditional charting packages. This is what a traditional charting package like most brokers utilize, and this is what we had to work with to be able to get you the clear lines indicator in a functioning format in a very short period of time. We had to build it to an existing platform. So we wrote the indicator. They were able to add it as a selection. So if you go into your add edit indicators, we have clear lines is actually a technical indicator. If you had the Medved platform but you did not subscribe to clear lines, this would actually have a lock next to it. You'd be locked out from using it unless you subscribe. You can also add other technical indicators. You'll see we have volume, and we have the volume overlaid on the chart. In the upper chart, we have pivots. Some people like their volume below. You can move it below. If you want it in a separate chart, you can see volume below. I like my volume in the same chart. To me, it's a much cleaner picture, seeing it. Similar to what we had with WiseTrade. So Janice says, where are the minutes on the charts? So the minutes are displayed both at the top right here. You'll see it says 130 minute. It says 2 minute, 10 minute. So you know which chart you're on. It's at the top. Also, if you use the frequency button on the ribbon, like I have set here, it shows you right here, 2 minute, 10, 30. It's on my ribbon, 60, 130. I have it I added it to my ribbon. What I had to do that is if I went to main, I right-clicked my mouse over frequency and I selected add to quick access toolbar. So what that does is it brings it to that this is a quick access toolbar. I'm sorry, I'm calling it a ribbon. It's a quick access toolbar. That's what that does. So you'll see it there. Now there's one other way you can see it as well. If you right click on if you go to view options, so there's something called candle countdown and pace. Okay, candle countdown and pace. This button, this right here, this little window, there's two windows. This candle countdown tells you how much time is left in the interval. So it's telling me I'm on a 130-minute interval and there's 62 minutes 44 seconds left in that time frame. The pace is how the volume is pacing on the 130-minute. I think it's pacing compared to the last, I think it's the last 7 intervals. Hold on. I'm trying to remember what the number they use, how far back it is, but it's showing you what's the pace. So you can put these on each chart. You can go in and add. Go to view options. Oh, I can't do that on. I'm sorry. I have to do it only on minute charts, not on the day, week, and month. I forgot. So you'll see I've got them on these charts, not the upper. I don't think, well, yeah, it doesn't do, I can't do a countdown. Yeah, you can only do it for the intraday charts. The value of pace is shown is the trading volume for the last period compared to an average volume for such a period in the last averaging period. Values over 100 mean greater than average trading pace. The value of pace. Hold on. So it's just letting you know how the volume is paced. Let's see. So did that help you, Janice? Are you clear as far as knowing? There's multiple places where you can see your time frame up above, right here. And then on the, if you have the frequency drop down, if you don't have that drop down on the ribbon, you can always go to click right here and see what time frame you're on. So there's like multiple places. I visually have 3, 1, 2, 3, where I can see it. Yefim says, my biggest concern is where I can create a list of stocks and limitation of number of stocks. So good question, Yefim. You'll see down here in the bottom right, I have a daily watch list, okay? And I can scroll up and down through the watch list. I can click on any one of these to bring up that symbol. So if I click on play, it's going to load play on all 8 intervals. All right, if I bring up Rheology, it'll bring up Rheology on all 8. So if I click this button that says Edit Portfolios, then I can add to my watch list, and I can put, I mean, you're limited by whatever your data feed limitations are. So it like some people that are using Stockwatch, which is a third-party data source, most of them are subscribing to the 100 symbol limit. I think Ally gives you 200 symbols is your limit, so you can build your watch list up to 200 symbols. You can actually create additional watch list. There's different types of watch list. I just use this one called Daily Watch List, but I can go click right here, and then view, and then hold on. I can access all the different watch lists. I actually have too many now. I need to go in and clean out my. I need to go to. Hold on. I think I need to go clean up my portfolios. I think I've got too many in here now. You know, like delete. I don't need all these. I only use. I only use the daily watch list. But I can create multiple watch lists, and I can rename them too. I can, I could call this swing watch list. I could call this one position. So I can build different watch lists. But I don't need all these. I don't know why I have so many of them. Probably just from testing stuff. Okay. And then click OK. So now I just have my, you know what? I got rid of my, hold on. Now I need a new one for my indexes because I deleted that one by accident. See, that was not smart. I need a new watch list. And it needs to be just indexes. And I'm going to select and my style index. No, what was the one I had? I had a different one. Where's the one that had the colors to it? Wow. Hold on. I'm not liking this layout. And where did my other one go? Oh, it's over here. View. I need to get rid of this underneath. Oh, that's this. There we go. Okay. I need to, I'm trying to remember the layout I had. Dynamic colors. That was it. Golly. There we go. All right. Anyway, you can play around with that. That's the cool thing is you can kind of make it however you want it to be. But so I've got my this is my call it your basket, and you can move them around. You can grab your mouse and switch where they are located on the chart. Okay. Okay, so hold on. Let me go back in the questions. You can create unlimited portfolios, but your symbol limit is dependent upon the broker, whatever the broker limitation. So whichever one you're using that you have open, like I could have 100 portfolios, but if my symbol limit is 200, then I can't have more than 200 symbols per portfolio. Does that make sense? And that open at a time. And that includes your index symbols. Unless you're getting those from another data source like Yahoo. Alan says, why don't I get data for SPX and VIX? I don't know why MB does not give that. I think because there's an additional fee for S&P index. I don't know. I can't get it anymore. So I've gone to using, for my indexes, I use Yahoo Finance. One thing you want to do is right here where it says frequency, you want to make sure that's set to 1, because basically what it does is it's polling back to Yahoo every second. And if it's set to a higher number, it might be every 20 seconds or 30 seconds. So make sure that frequency is set to 1, because that's how many that it's going to grab that snapshot every second from Yahoo Finance. Does that make sense? But for whatever reason, I don't know why, they don't give us S&P for some reason now. I don't know. You can get VIX from Yahoo. But you click on indexes and then you click select indexes. And then you'll see what's available from Yahoo. I can even get the dollar. The only weird thing about Yahoo Finance is their symbol nomenclature is different. It's a little confusing compared to, like DJI is DJI, but the NASDAQ is IXIC. Here, we'll put the dollar in there. Does it give us the data? No. Right, and the S&P is GSPC. Oh, there you go. There's the dollar. So now I've got the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, the VIX, and the dollar in my window. All right, let me see if I missed any questions. Alan says, I'm starting to get it. Thank you for your instructions and patience. Fret says, when I open a portfolio or watch list in the middle, I see pressure chart trend. What time frame is that? So, okay, so hold on. Let me go create a a new portfolio. So what you're talking about is when you use this layout, this is the hold on. This layout is called standard grid. So you have this pressure. I think if you right click, now let's see. The chart will let you pick. Hold on, I'm trying to remember how to. Oh, inline chart period. You can select. So if you want that to be a 10-minute chart, and then pressure does not let you check it. So let me. I forget. The pressure, I think it's the same pressure that's on the actual chart. Hold on. You know how you can get pressure on the chart? There's well, Sony's no good. Let me. And I want to open up a new chart. But I think this pressure is the same as this pressure, and I'm trying to remember. Yeah, see how Microsoft, see it's green, and it, up on the chart it's green. And I'm trying to remember what is the calculation for. I think it's measuring ticks. Oh, I wonder, it's probably in their help. Hold on. Let's do this. File. Help. Search. Pressure. Okay. So candle countdown shows you how far along the current candle is. We discussed that. Pace. Pace, like candle countdown, shows up as a small box on the chart that can be moved. You can set the pace parameters by right-clicking on the box. The value of the pace is shown in the total trading volume for the last period compared to an average volume of such period in the last period. Oh, so we can actually change it. And then pressure is shown on the right of the chart as a vertical bar. It shows how many of the last 30 trades went off at the bid versus the ask. If more went off at the bid, that shows selling pressure, and the bar would be red. If more went at the ask, it would be green. The size of the bar depends on relative difference between buying and selling trades. Okay? So that's how that's measured. So I can actually go right here. Oh. Hold on. No, hold on. I thought. Oh, there it is. Parameters for pace. So all chart data, 9 periods. So if I want to expand that period, so it's looking at the volume pace over the last 9 periods. It's using a 9-period moving average, but it's using all of the chart data. So you can. I don't want to change any of that. Okay. The last question I have is the instruction on how to use charts. I'm not sure what you mean by how to use. I mean, depends on how you. That's a very open-ended question. Depends on how. Is there instruction on how to use charts? So we are currently building, creating content, and that is on our Equity Alerts website. If you go to Equity Alerts, and then up at the top we have a YouTube page. When you click that, it's going to take you to our YouTube channel, and we are building content every day right now. So I have some basic ones, like starting it. I need to get some more in-depth on using the charts. But yes, we will be building more content on how to do that. Kipp, do we have to have webinar plus clear lines plus Medved to get what we have? Please give some detail on how to set up. So you have choices, Homayun, on our website, what you can subscribe to. You can subscribe to alerts only, and we have a monthly, quarterly, or annual. You can subscribe to clear lines only. And you can subscribe to a combination of clear lines and equity alerts. Now, to get the clear lines, you have to have the Medved Trader platform, okay? It says right here. Okay. The clear lines indicator works on the Medved Trader platform. Once you sign up, you will receive an email with instructions on how to set up your clear lines indicator for Medved Trader platform. Medved Trader is a trading platform that is made available to MB Ally Invest customers for no charge. If you have an MB Ally account, you will be able to trade directly through Medved Trader. Important notice, if you have a funded Ally Invest or Ally Invest MB trading account, your access to Medved Trader platform is free. If you don't have a funded Ally Invest account, you will be required to pay their $19.99 a month platform fee directly to Medved Trader. They do provide 1 month for free. Additionally, if you do not have a funded account with Ally Invest, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, or Interactive Brokers, you will be required to subscribe to real-time data to power the Medved Trader platform. Without this, you will only get delayed quotes. You can use the free quotes from Yahoo, but it is not recommended for active trades. Okay? So it is pretty much detailed out right there. Okay. So to answer your question is that you can choose just here's my 2 cents, okay? For $129 a month, you get access to the webinar every day, to the alerts, and you get access to the indicator. That's probably the best deal because you get access to everything. You still have to have if you don't have an Ally Invest, you're going to have to pay an additional $19.99 a month. And if you don't have an integrator broker, it's going to cost you about another $25 a month for data, depending on who you use. So it ends up being roughly about what you used to pay. Could be a little bit more, depending on where you're needing your data from. But at least for a while, if you get access to the webinar, you're going to get daily content on how to utilize everything. We're creating content and posting it, and I do want to do some evening sessions, but I have to figure out how I can live sessions. I just have to figure out how we can do those. Lindsay, remember, I need to learn how to do an open webinar. Anyway, I hope that answers your questions. Is that the younger Kipp? But I can use market data from Yefim. You can use, so TD Ameritrade does power our software. It powers the Medved, okay? So right here under data sources, these are the data sources you can utilize. Okay? So TD down at the bottom, TD Ameritrade is one of the choices. US TD. If you have a Canadian TD Waterhouse, it does not work. It has to be US TD Ameritrade. But TD, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, obviously Ally and Ally MBT, all work. And then some of these other brokers. If not, you'll need to use StockWatch. That's a third-party data. And I got to be honest with you, their website is archaic and very difficult. I would be happy to help you. I've had to help a couple people just because it's really confusing. If you're Canadian, I'll have to step you through it. How do I change the appearance of the candles from full body to outline? Okay, so as you guys know, I have my candles set up for hollow. Holla. So you do that from the dashboard. Click on the dashboard button. Whoops, it opened up on my other screen. Go to settings. Go to charts. Go to display. I think it's display. And select hollow candles. That'll give you the hollow candles, so it's easier to see. Some people like them hollow, some like them full candles. I like them hollow with the clear lines. Okay, so again, that's charts, display, select hollow, and then click OK. And you'll have to do that for both your intraday charts, and then you'll have to do it. No, that's it. That's all you have to do it. That's it. I'm sorry. That's a setting that's across everything. Let me see if I missed. I added the ATR, but I did not see any numbers, says Paul. Okay, and you put it on the day chart, right? So you should have, hold on. Let me go to, so I have ATR, and I actually only want one signal. You should have on the bottom down here on your daily chart a line. And you can actually thicken that line by going to Edit Indicators, go to double click Average True Range, and you can make that a 2 or 3. So see how that line thickened up? You're probably just having a hard time see it. That's the ATR down there. So like Microsoft has a $1.68 ATR on the current day. Almost $1.69. You see that? Down on the bottom right. And you only want that on the day chart. You don't want that on any other chart because it's going to give you the ATR for that chart. I mean, unless you want to know the ATR for a 10-minute interval or for a 30-minute interval. Some people like that. I don't. I just want to know the day ATR. So that's the only chart I put that indicator on. I think I've gotten all the questions so far. No, I don't have a daily chart. Okay. You can always right-click from any window and go to an hold on. No, go to main. Hold on. You're supposed to be able. You don't have a daily chart? Oh, right-click. Historical chart is what the daily, week, and month are on. Historical. So click historical chart. It'll open a new window. Where's my new window? pop it behind. It might have gone behind. Let me try that again. Right click. There it is. There's a new historical chart. That's a historical chart. And then make sure you're on the day. Okay, well, if you're on a weekly, just go click on the weekly and go down to frequency and switch it to daily. Then you can see the day. You can switch. Or if you want a monthly, just click that button to switch. And then you can save that however you want it to be. But there's my daily chart. And then if you want to move it over, if you have like multiple monitors and you want to move it over to another monitor, you can move it over to another monitor. But remember, there's two types of charts you're dealing with. You're dealing with an intraday and a historical. Historical will be your day, week, month, and there's even further back. If you go to frequency, you've got quarter, you've got year. I mean, I can see, here's a yearly chart on Microsoft. And this thing's been a freight train for the last 6 years, And if I don't want to see the candlesticks, I can hide that. I have yeah. What other questions can I answer? And once you find a layout that you like, make sure you save your layout. This is my clear lines for swing and position trading. I think. Hold on. What layout am I on? Hold on. Clear lines for swing and position, yeah. Anytime you make any major changes, you want to save it. Okay, so you're on a day chart. Right click, go where it says Add Edit Indicators, or in the upper left corner of the chart, click Main and go to the little indicator button. Either one will get you there. And then go down and look for, in the bottom section, average true range. Now I want mine up in my top, so drop and drag it up to the top and then thicken that line so you can see it. If you want that as your default, click default and click OK, and then see how it now appears on my day chart. Now I have average true range on the day. Yeah, it'll tell you what mine is a 20 period. I think it defaults 14. I'm only using one. I'm not using two indicators. I don't understand. There's a second one. I only want it set to one signal, not two. You could use a 14 period if you want, 14 or 20. I think 14 is standard. I think most use 14 period. Either or, 14 or 20. Depends on what stock you're on. Homayun says, how do we access recorded webinars on YouTube? So go to the Equity Alerts webpage. Okay, just go to equityalerts.com. Any page you'll see up at the top, it says YouTube. There's a link. When you click this, it's going to open up our YouTube page. It'll automatically take you to our YouTube page. So we're adding content almost every day. We're adding new content now. Like today's recording that this last hour, I'm going to add that to the YouTube page. Do all users of Clearline subscribe to Medved? Yes, Yefim. Clearline only works with Medved Trader. It does not work with anything else. So you have to have the Medved platform for the Clearlines. We have been working on also adding it to TradeStation, but now that's going to be at least another 3 months because they require a testing period. It's very frustrating. So, I honestly, I want to keep it simple and for now and keep it on one platform. It's just much easier. I don't want to be teaching 2 different platforms and creating content for 2 different platforms. At some point in the future, because we're building some advanced indicators, and we can only offer those through TradeStation just because of how we're coding it. But if you want to be able to do a combination package of clear lines and equity alerts, you have to do it through through the equity alert sign up. And again, for now only, we're just offering Medved. Our indicator only works on Medved. And it's integrated for Ally customers and a lot of other brokers. So it's a choice, very good platform, and we really like the guys at Medved. They've been very responsive to our needs, making adjustments for us. And, I'm liking their platform. I know there's a learning curve, but once you get it, it gets easier and easier every day. And so far, the response that you guys have given us has been extremely positive. The feedback that I've gotten so far on my indicator on Medved has been extremely positive. As a matter of fact, guys, let me take a quick moment to say this. I would appreciate if any of you would like to give us any testimonials, if you would email them to orders at equity-alerts.com. Testimonials about what you think of the platform or the alerts that we're doing. That would be greatly appreciated. I'd like to post those out on our website. Any other questions today for me? I've got about a minute or two to go before Lindsay's going to take over. Any more questions about the platform? Any settings? Anything specific? I see one person writing. Oh, I see a couple of people writing. How do I have clear lines to trade to TD? So, David, you would need the Medved platform, and then you can link it to your TD Ameritrade account. So, under the settings, there is a choice of trading accounts. So like if I had a brokerage account in addition to, so I have an Ally Invest for MB, and if I also had a TD Ameritrade account, I could add my TD Ameritrade. I think well, it's an inactive account. I don't think it's active. But I could add a E-Trade, and I could have multiple accounts that I can trade out of. Okay. And that will also let me get data for the software as well. How much is a subscription for Medved? So the subscription to Medved is $19.99 a month. They give you your first 30 days for free, and then it's $19.99 a month. And if you have an Ally account, it's free. There's no charge. So if you go to here to pricing, so you can see right here, Ally Invest, previously trading clients get Medved Trader for free. All right. And then you get first month for free, and then it's $19.99 a month. Or if you sign up annually, it's $179.99 a year. So it's even less if you sign up annually. So David, my clear lines do not work with on a TD Ameritrade platform. It has to be on the Medved platform. If we lose a window, how do we get it back without going to our saved charts? Clemetro, it's probably minimized down on your bar down on the bottom left corner. That's typically what happens. They get minimized. You might have to minimize this window right here and then look to see if it's hiding. Sometimes they get hidden underneath something, but usually they get minimized down here, and then you have to go back over to the and reopen up the watch, your index list. But it's probably hiding in the bottom left corner. I think there's another way to find them. I'm trying to remember. Man, I'm still learning all this stuff. Hold on. Let me see. Is there... I'm asking the Medved guys if there's an easy way. Oh, he found it. All right. Go to dashboard. Oh, thank you. Dashboard. Here it is right here. Dashboard. Nope. You got to go to the other dashboard. Hold on. Not this dashboard. It's the other one. It's the main dashboard. You got to go to the main dashboard. Hold on. Why is that one not going away now? There we go. Go to this dashboard and go to Windows. No, hold on. Thought it was here. Hold on. Under File. I found the easiest way to go back to install Kipp's charts. Oh, under File. Go to Dashboard and to Windows. Oh, right here. Yeah, look for it, and then I think you can just bring to front. Bring to front. See that? Bring to front. So like if I accidentally minimize my 2 minute, okay, here's my 2 minute right here. Bring to front. That's how you do it. See, we're learning something new every day. Oh, man. Right? All right, one more thing real quick, and then I gotta let Lindsay take over. Homayun said, can you show again how to add a TD account? Yeah, just go to settings, under trading accounts, okay? Under accounts, click add, select TD Ameritrade, and then put your username and password, and then that'll let you set up your TD Ameritrade account. That work? All right, guys, that's it for me. I'm going to cancel end the recording. Thanks again for tuning in. Lindsay's coming up next.